Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Legacy of the Rimlen. Last time, some stuff happened, and you guys met some interesting characters, but before we get into our usual recap, let's, as usual, have our players introduce themselves and their characters. I've rolled some dice on the background. The dice say that we should start with Dely, and I would thus kindly ask Dely to introduce themselves and their character, if you please.
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I am Dely, and I'm playing as Muninn. Muninn, excuse me. They are a traveling scholar from Brightland, and they probably bit off more than they could chew with how much they bargained with a priest, not a priest lady, a witch lady.
Very different things. Yeah, I also like that you were called out for that, like, during the session as well, and you kept doing it. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Dely. Next, according to the dice, we would have Show&Tell. Show&Tell, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I'm Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy, and currently struggling with the idea of being Prince Charming, too.
Most people wouldn't.
Guess.
Sounds funny when you say it like that.
I guess. But you need to understand the sense.
It's a big change. Yeah, understandably so. But thank you very, very much. And next we would have Ashen. Ashen, could you please introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, I can. Hello. I'm Ash, and I'm playing as Illona, the demon-worshipping chicken lady who's out and running.
That's a hell of a qualifier. A hell of a description. Thank you very, very much still. So, last time, as you all were still discussing how to deal with the wolf and how to, like, potentially ask for help from the people in the city, you decided, hey, let's just go for a wash in the river. And while you were doing so, joined by Rimlen, the boyar named Dukas' manservant, for lack of a better description, you were joined by a very familiar old woman hanging from a tree. In a tree, I guess, would sound less morbid. Anyway, she gave you all some vague advice, basically reiterating the idea that you can ask a lot of people for help, and that's another little trial for you guys from many people's perspective. And Rimlen was very suspicious of her. After that, you guys decided to listen to some of her advice and go ask for help from the local witch. Illona got directions for the place, and you eventually reached it. Rimlen was not happy about it, but you went in regardless. The witch wasn't very accommodating because you guys didn't bring, like, customary gifts and didn't even really offer much in exchange for her services. In the end, she did offer the Muninn and Anghel some foul-smelling liquid, I guess, to help them deal with their drunkenness, and it did, almost at a cost, almost. But now, as we've alluded to in the beginning, you are heavily indebted to the witch, thanks to Muninn's poor negotiating tactics, I guess. Though, unfortunately, it's not just Muninn who's indebted, it's all three of you and Rimlen, even though he wanted no part of this. Yeah. After you left the witch, you decided to take up the boyar's invitation once again, because he basically said, hey, my cousin's gonna be visiting in the afternoon. She's richer than I am, so she might be able to help you on the money aspect, because that was a part of your issues with the whole mercenary thing and the bounty on your heads, etc., etc. On your way back to the boyar, all of you saw a familiar figure in the nearby small... Does rivulet exist in English as a word? I think it does. Small little river, anyway. Small little waterway, I guess, in the city. You all saw Always Thirsty just chugging as he usually does. Muninn and Illona hid from Always Thirsty. But Anghel, driven by... I don't even know what Anghel was driven by, because he said he was irritated by the thing that like poked him in the head, so to say, metaphorically. So, for whatever reason, Anghel decided to talk to Always Thirsty. And Always Thirsty, I guess, talked back. There's this thing that Anghel knows that he needs Always Thirsty, and Always Thirsty suspects that Anghel is someone, but you're both denying it. So that's interesting. And in the end, you just kind of like walked away from each other very awkwardly. And that's pretty much where we rejoin you all. On that note, Rebob also joined Anghel, and since Rebob doesn't speak the language, he also joined in the awkward silence. And that's pretty much the point where we rejoin you guys, as I'm gonna turn on the background music. Anghel and Rebob are walking back to the group. The group is emerging out of hiding, wherever you guys were hidden. And Always Thirsty has resumed just drinking the river, because that's what he does. Though not in a very happy manner, I guess. So, while I mess with the technical stuff, can you all tell me, I guess, what are you doing? What are you guys up to? The floor is pretty much yours. No NPC will come bother you for like this intro bit.
All right. Do any of you guys have anything like immediate that you're doing? Because I don't think Illona is doing much else than like thinking about how to repay the witch right now, like how to solve that situation.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that I don't know. Like, I just know that we need to get to the cousin, or that we wanted to do that, pretty much.
Also,
beyond that,
do you need a reminder as to why her money might be helpful, or did you all get that?
I mean, the mercenaries, but like, was there anything else besides that?
I mean, money's good in general, I guess. Maybe there's other people you can hire other than the mercenaries.
We could also buy things for the witch, perhaps.
Yeah.
She did mention she's not interested in money because she can't really spend it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, but we could buy things with the money for her.
Yeah, exactly. Like souvenir key rings.
Oh, I just had a great idea. Illona would like lay her hands like on your shoulders, and then like lean into Anghel like, we could. You're really good at carving. Maybe you could like carve her a charm or something.
Ooh.
The witch.
Okay, cool. Anghel kind of, he's a little surprised, I think. And he just like, backs away from Illona. And also they have some...
I look really disappointed and like a puppy standing like, what? Where are you going?
We still have some unresolved issues, but beyond that, I mean, I guess he then he takes like a moment to consider it, and he's like, okay. He nods kind of slowly.
Just for like a bit of, I guess, background, for lack of a better term, Anghel, since you have a history of like wood carving, carving magical charms is a bit taboo, like a bit of a cultural no-no. That doesn't mean you can't do it, obviously, and you've seen plenty of magical charms in the witch's hut, so she doesn't have an issue with it. Just that maybe there's a small mental hurdle, but that's just a bit of context, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. So Anghel, I guess he doesn't nod right away. I guess he thinks about it still. Frowns about it.
Illona would like playfully like punch your shoulder and be like, yeah, let me know when you thought of something.
Anghel kind of rubs his shoulder like, it didn't really hurt him, but he's like, he's being petty.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, Show&Tell Anghel is still compelled to be slightly terrified of Illona.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot going on here.
It's a whole deal.
I think Rebob would ask, sort of deviating from the subject. He'll ask in Caramel, so Anghel doesn't understand. Who was that man? Why were you hiding from him? Indicating always thirsty.
Long story. We had a run into him earlier, and let's just say we didn't end on the best of terms. There's a bit of confusion. We're not like enemies or anything, but just a lot of luggage, I guess.
How can he do that? And points at always thirsty, who's still drinking bucket loads of water from the river.
Remember earlier when we told you like strange things are happening? That's a strange thing, right? And it's happening.
I see. He'll add nothing more. But he'll have, I guess, a stern expression, I guess, which speaks more than any words.
Yeah.
Muninn would ask, so what's the deal with him? As in, always thirsty.
Is he
Like-
asking?
Muninn's asking everyone, like, specific. Didn't Anghel speak to always thirsty?
Yeah. But what did we actually like say? Nothing much, right?
Yeah, but, if you need a reminder of like how the interaction went specifically, Anghel approached Always Thirsty. Always Thirsty said, "Oh, it's you," like kind of disappointed, but for whatever reason he like invited Anghel to join him for a drink, and he repeated that invitation, although he seemed like unsure why he was inviting you. And then when he noticed Rebob, he like made a joke about someone drinking too much coffee, and then like you guys stared awkwardly at each other, and then Always Thirsty said, "Well, I'll be here. Not sure why I'm telling you that, but I'll be here."
We talked about the wolf too, I think, a little. Like he said to poison.
Yeah, he suggested
Right.
poisoning the wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought about doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Muninn might consider asking, or trying to commune with Acesius again at some point, but not right away, I guess.
I think we also I think we said that we don't have to we can poison the wolf without Akisis's help,
That's true. That is true.
probably.
Also, just like maybe this is a stupid question, Delix, but did the witch already put the curse on the wolf, or is it like
She
after
has
the
not.
payment?
She has not, because like you guys offer no like indication of offering payment, and you also weren't very specific about the curse. Like she asked you, "Well, do you want this, or this?" And you were like, "Well, all three of them." And she's like, "That's not how this works."
Okay.
I guess Show&Tell, can you give me a clever for something?
Oh no, really?
This is just like maybe an idea pops in your mind or not. It's nothing.
Oh wow,
Nothing
that's
negative.
free.
A 3.
You got a free. Okay. With a free, because the topic of conversation is always thirsty. A lot of like the fables, like which include always thirsty as a character, have him like drinking literal lakes and rivers of water. Maybe if you find the wolf's water source and remove it, that may make poisoning it easier.
Find the water source and remove it.
Find where the wolf is drinking water, remove that source of water, making it like go looking somewhere else, and poison the new source.
Oh, okay. Or we could just poison that source of water, unless, I'm not sure why.
Probably because for a wolf that big, a source of water that's sufficient would be like one of the lakes you see on the map.
It might dilute the poison if it's like, do you know what I mean? If we put poison in a massive lake, do you know what I mean?
Get it. Okay. We don't want to poison it forever. Okay. Wow, I can't believe Anghel thought about it. I think he's surprised too. But
I think Angel's the only one who could think of that because Angel's more familiar with like the folk stories, and
yeah.
maybe there's someone else like poking the idea of, hey, maybe you should work together with him.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess Anghel thinks about that, and then he turns around to look at Always Thirsty again.
He's still chugging bucket loads of water with a very like depressed expression because his curse is being always thirsty and never being able to say that first.
Yeah, well, that kind of sucks. And then I guess he's reluctant to go talk to him again, so maybe he turns to Muninn and is like, and broaches the idea basically.
You wanna Muninn would like sort of ponder and sort of like, so you want Always Thirsty to drink a pool of water? Like, I mean that sounds like a good idea, but is Always Thirsty even on our side, so to say?
Feel free to ignore the roll I made or notice it. Up to you guys. It's a sneaky roll, is what I'll say.
Can you counter roll?
Sneaky.
With a careful, but beating a 7 will be pretty difficult.
Is it possible?
Yeah, technically.
Oh, I have the.
So Illona, you roll a 5. That's very close, but not quite enough. You have to get to a 7. I guess what I can tell you is, I can tell you that Rebob rolled a sneaky roll.
Rebob, you bastard!
What for? Okay.
How could you do this to us?
Does Illona notice like a little gut feeling that what is Rebob doing or something?
I won't say doing because it's hard to like say without like saying, if that makes sense. I will say, like instinctually, Illona, you feel. Wait, did Rebob like say something or do something? Oh, must have been nothing.
Can I like turn to him and look at him before I do the must have been nothing, you know? Skyrim guard activated.
Sure. You turn to him and look at him, and because of the results of the roll, he looks back and says in caramel, "Is there an issue?"
Can I?
Did you say something? Sorry, Moon. It was Illona speaking too.
That's alright. Sorry.
Well, which one shall be speaking?
Illona.
When you ask that, Illona, he says, "No, though perhaps we should get a move on and go to His Excellency."
Then Illona would like NPC back to the other people.
You guys are already kind of together. Like, I imagine this was more so Illona looking over her shoulder at Rebob.
Okay.
What were you going to say,
okay.
Muninn, if you were going to keep going with that idea?
Yeah. I was gonna ask if it's too late for me to roll a careful, but I think narratively speaking,
It's not too late. It's not too late. It would be too late to assist Illona, but it's not too late to roll for yourself.
Okay.
Could I assist?
Sure. Let's say so, yes.
Could I also get a +2 because of my sharp eyes, my elven eyes?
Let me check the wording.
What do your elven eyes
Yeah,
see?
I guess technically your stunt does apply.
Okay, cool. All right. Get Mama a new pair of shoes. Oh, that's terrible.
One.
All right. Well.
Also, please do me a favor, everyone, and when you roll something, please say it out loud, just in case the viewers can't see at that exact point.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I got a 1 for context, which results in
to a 4. Translates to a 4.
A 4. Okay.
So you don't even get like the little inkling that Illona got about Rebob.
Okay. That makes sense.
Unless you guys want to spend fate points, obviously.
No. I mean, I don't. I mean, it makes sense that Muninn doesn't notice.
Sure.
Wait, Muninn only has 2.
Yes. I only have 2 because I have an extra stunt instead.
Oh, yes. Brain fart, yes.
And Anghel has 4 because he has earned 1 at some point. I don't remember when, and he hasn't.
Yeah,
spent
it was
yet.
a long time ago.
Loaded.
I haven't used it since.
By the way, would Anghel like to roll careful or?
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, let's.
Can
do
I
it.
assist as well?
Like,
Sure, we can say that if Anghel rolls, Illona assists, but I don't want to like force a decision. I was just asking if Anghel will roll or not.
yeah, I was like wondering if I should. But why not? Ooh,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Wow, the brains!
Wow. Okay. Okay.
What does that mean?
Technically, this is an overcome roll. You guys are tied. Tie on an overcome either means failure or you succeed at a negative cost. Unless you spend fate points, obviously. So which do you prefer? Failure, succeed at a negative cost, or spend fate points?
Do you think it's worth it? Like I'm asking the other guys.
I would take the negative cost or spend a fate point.
Okay, so let's go with the negative cost. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me think about what the negative cost may be. Because it
Oh, I forgot. I forgot I have 4. Whatever. We'll save it for later.
you can still spend them. It's not too late. Up to you. But give me a moment to like think of the negative cost because it has to be something that's not directly related to the roll.
I know what aspect that you could use if you wanted to, by the way.
Yeah, I
In
don't
fact,
think it's worth it. I keep the fate points for, fighters.
Fast forward like 50 episodes from now. Like,
Okay, I think I have the negative cost in mind. Yeah, I think I have it, but I don't think you guys will like it.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I will not reveal what it is until the time
Oh,
comes.
okay. Damn. That's bad.
Do you still want to go with that, or?
I mean, after such a warning,
Again, free choices. You fail, you succeed at that negative cost, or you spend fate points to succeed with no caveats.
okay, fine. Then let's spend a fate point, I guess.
Sure. Do you have an aspect?
Deli had an idea, right? Wait, I'll be checking too.
I did. Obviously, it's up to you, but I thought either anxious and distrustful, that could be a good one, and protective and fights for those he cares about. So, like, that's a little bit more of a stretch than the last one, but I can see that. I can still see that one.
I mean, anxious and distressful. I guess that works. Yeah.
I would agree that it does. I will take away one of your fate points. So, I think this is especially noticeable for Anghel because he doesn't speak caramel, so he hasn't ever communicated with Rebob before, like, well, at least verbally. No offense intended, I guess. I don't. I think it was Muninn who like verbalized, I guess, Anghel's idea of, hey, let's drain the river or the lake or whatever. And you basically see Rebob do a double take, like have a shocked expression when Muninn says, oh, you mean that always first he should like drain the river or the lake? And then he like quickly tries to hide that oh shit. Basically implying that you guys have been speaking in Rima. The boyar said, oh, Rebob doesn't know Rima. Basically implying that, oh, he does know Rima.
He does understand. happened. Oh.
What a sneaky little bastard.
And above board, I do have a list of things you guys have talked to each other that Rebob now knows because he actually knows Rima.
Oh
We
my
have to kill
god.
him.
Yeah, he knows
Kill
too
Julian,
much.
what did he say?
Murder.
Every time we talk about anything crazy.
Oh,
Does-
shit.
Well. Anghel, are you gonna do anything now that you know this?
Again, for
Well-
narrative, like I guess it would make sense because like Angel's maybe like the only one positioned to potentially see Rebob when Muninn like says, "Oh, you mean that always first issue blah blah blah." Rebob, you see him do a visible double take and then quickly compose himself.
What will Uncle do?
Above board, if you're curious about like the negative thing I had in mind before, it was Rebob connecting some dots from the information you unwittingly told him. Specifically about Illona's background.
Oh.
But that does not happen because you succeeded without the caveats.
Okay.
That is good. That was good we decided to do that.
I wonder what would he have done? I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean,
I can tell you
It's
right
fine
now,
to connect.
he would have continued acting as if he knows nothing.
knows nothing.
As if,
Yeah,
as if he knows nothing.
yeah. That's what I kind of expected from him. He seems like a kind of open-minded guy. No, not really. It depends, I guess.
Well, he would have continued acting that way to you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Damn, I just really wanted Rebar to be on the team. I love the name so much. It makes me like think of kebab, so I like it.
He's a strong boy too. So
It would have been
very-
cool, right? To have like a warrior fighter in the team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too late for that, I guess. It's your guys' decision at the end of the day.
Is it ours? Can we like force him
Yeah.
back him away?
I don't know. Again,
Oh, yeah.
what's going on at the moment is Anghel noticed like everything that we outlined. It's up to Anghel what he does with that information. Illona and Muninn don't currently know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I guess Anghel kind of points a finger at him, accusingly.
He looks at you, points a finger back, confused.
Cute.
Oh.
He says in caramel, does he want to wrestle?
He knows Rima, Anghel signs to Muninn and Illona.
Muninn would say, "No, he doesn't. He can't understand us."
Illona would be like, "Oh, he's talking about the shop guy from like 2 weeks ago. Like, try to keep it hush hush so Rebub wouldn't understand that as well."
Wait,
Is that-
wait, I above board. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Above board.
Yeah,
Illona would like try to mansplain over Anghel that he's talking about some like shopkeeper a few months back and like that probably understood us. I don't know.
Right.
So like keep it a secret that Rebub does not know
So
that we know that he knows.
right. Yeah. So Illona's saying Illona
Wait.
doesn't want Rebob to know that we know that he knows what we're
Okay.
saying.
But
Oh, Illona-
that makes no sense.
Illona believes Anghel though because they didn't know what happened right now. Like Anghel.
I feel like Illona would be kind of like on edge either how with stuff like that.
I will also mention that
Okay.
Rebob doesn't know Angel's sign language. so
Exactly.
all that-
Rima
so,
doesn't know.
yeah. all that he heard is Muninn say, "Wait, he doesn't know."
Okay.
Okay.
Either way, Muninn would say like, I don't know what Muninn would say actually. after hearing Illona's explanation, Muninn would say, like, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know what Muninn would say, actually. It's kind of above board. I don't want Muninn to be like, yeah, see, he can't understand us. He can't speak our language, or whatever. I don't want Muninn to say that, because obviously, you know.
Yeah.
But that is probably what Muninn would say.
If you need context, Rebob has just been maintaining a poker face. And if Anghel points at him, he'll point back because he's not sure what's going on. Well, at least he's trying to project the image of not being sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Anghel, eyes him suspiciously, like, I'm
maybe
on to you.
Maybe
he narrows
Muninn,
his eyes back.
I think Muninn would ask Anghel unspecifically, like, what makes you think that?
I made a face. That's so stupid. Okay.
I think that makes sense to Muninn.
Rebob will ask in Caramel, is there an issue? It's awkward to talk about someone when that person is right there, you know?
In Caramel, Muninn would say, oh, we're just talking about that man over there, and how he can help us with the wolf. And Muninn would point to Always Thirsty.
I was not born yesterday. Your friend was pointing at me.
That's true, but that's because he thought that you could help us too.
I am helping you already.
Exactly. So what's the fuss?
You tell me.
Well, either way, how about we go ask him, as in Always Thirsty, if he's interested in helping us.
Do you say that in Rima or Caramel?
Caramel.
Rebob would ask, how can he help?
Muninn would say...
Again, feigning ignorance.
Feigning, yeah, exactly. I think Muninn would say, well, that thing that he's doing, we could probably use that to our advantage. That weird thing that he's doing, with the water.
A wolf is not liquid.
No, but a wolf does drink liquid, though. And if it has no liquid to drink, then it will find new liquid to drink, even if it's not particularly good for the wolf. If you catch my meaning.
Now he makes a face, but maybe you get the inkling that maybe he's overacting a little bit, because he's, trying to emphasize that this is news to him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He says, all the water that is nearby feeds the city. If you drain one source, you starve the city.
Yeah, that is a problem.
That is a problem. Muninn would scratch their beard and say, like, that is a good point. Maybe it depends. Maybe it'll depend on where the wolf is and the supply that it's drinking. Is like downstream from. It could be downstream from the village, if you catch my meaning.
It could, I suppose.
Either way, that man is a decent fighter. So even if we don't go through with this plan, he'll still possibly be willing to help us.
Decent fighter.
Is he a decent fighter?
I think so, isn't he?
Always first, you mean above board?
Yeah, isn't he?
He didn't do much.
Above board, he's not. Rebob will say he's fatter than my grandmother.
Damn, son. Burn.
I won't tell him you said that.
What can he do except piss on the wolf of all the water he's drinking?
Well, he Moon obviously Muninn wouldn't say that, but Muninn would just be like scratching their beard, I guess. And
If you think he is helpful, I will not oppose, but if you endanger the city, you will have me to deal with.
well, at the very least, more bodies wouldn't hurt, or more arms, more hands on deck, basically, wouldn't hurt.
You sound like my former captain.
Well, you wouldn't catch me dead on a ship anyway.
Well, I will acquiesce to whatever plan you have.
Well, we do have a lot of planning to do, so we'll hold you to that. Muninn would say.
Rebob nods and continues to like his default NPC stoic expression stance.
Muninn would sign to Anghel without speaking and say like, you think he speak Rima? Is it Rima? Double
Above
checking,
board, yes.
sorry?
Above
Yeah,
board,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Muninn would sign not good. Keep eye on him.
Anghel nods very seriously.
I'm curious if you guys want a list of what Rebob may know.
Yes.
Or
Definitely, yeah.
or if that may be like character breaking, I don't know. I'll let you guys decide, but
maybe we remember everything we said. I don't know.
actually, yeah, that's fair enough. Can I get carefuls from you lot? And we'll like take the average.
Yeah.
Okay.
4.
Ooh.
0.
I got a 5.
So 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay. With a 3, I'll tell you. You guys, I've definitely mentioned the name Akesius before. Rebob knows that Illona especially is scared about the mercenaries, like not just the group of you, but Illona specifically. Knows that Anghel is a prince somehow.
Okay. We talked about that? When did we talk?
Always first he like slipped and like said the word prince.
Oh, okay, right.
makes
Rebob
sense.
was there just like not understanding supposedly, but he was.
And he knows that there's a prophecy involving Anghel and that Anghel has a job to do. There's more things that
Okay.
Rebob knows, but that I'm not gonna mention because you didn't roll high enough.
Oh, okay.
Did who mentioned that? Sorry, I'm a little bit far away from the mic. Who mentioned that Anghel is in a prophecy?
I think it was the old woman. I think.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything she said kind of triggered everything. Like, made Anghel feel, the need to talk to Always Thirsty and stuff. To begin with.
Yeah, that makes sense. What a sneaky boy, Rebob.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very smart of him, though, to,
Yeah. He
Uh,
probably
to-
knows. He probably knows a lot that he doesn't. That he shouldn't.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Deli, you mentioned, oh, what a sneaky boy. Yeah, he has a sneaky of 5.
Oh,
Oi,
damn.
oi, oi.
Wow.
Invested.
Sorry.
Good.
An awkward silence descends upon the group.
I think if no one else does, Muninn would try to break it and say, "So, what's the plan in Rima? Are we talking? Are we gonna speak to him?"
Anghel kind of. I think the thing is that Anghel kind of wants Muninn to do it.
Okay.
So he's kind of, gesturing at him like, yeah, let's do it.
I think Muninn would pick up on this and then look to Illona and ask, like, are you in on this as well?
Above board. What?
What?
In on what?
In on what? Oh, in on so getting Always Thirsty to help us is like that is like one of the many things that we're doing.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Muninn would shrug and then walk over to Always Thirsty.
Rebob would join Muninn.
Okay.
What about Anghel and Illona?
I guess yes. Anghel keeps an eye on Rebob, so if Rebob is going, he's going too.
Again, Rebob, like, before, obviously you thought, oh, he's just following along like an obedient little drone that he is, I guess. But now you know he's keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm, yeah. It definitely is.
Maybe we should like distract him so while Muninn does the business we can just like go for a cup of tea or something. Completely useless.
You could, I mean, like, it could be a good idea.
The business of talking to Always Thirsty. You mean?
Yeah, among other things, like, I feel like, it wouldn't. Yeah, specifically talking to Always Thirsty, I guess, but just anything in general, I guess, from now on. Like, if we don't want Rebob potentially to hear.
To just like be like, okay, let's drink tea every time. Okay.
Yeah.
Or we could go the honest route and be like, yo, we know you know. How much do you know and where do you know it? Why are you lying?
He'll lie.
I imagine a lot of this conversation is taking place in like sign language with each other to like keep Rebob out of the loop. So I think that eventually Rebob would say, "May I ask what you are waving your hands around for?"
Bunch of flies. Like Illona would say sarcastically.
It's like, I got a nervous. Muninn would say, "I've got a nervous tick." No, Muninn would say that.
I will roll Rebob's clever. Let's see what he gets. I got a 3. Okay, so he shrugs.
Awesome.
He accepts that.
Yeah.
Well, not so much that he accepts it, but rather, like, knows that prying further may backfire.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, as far as, confronting him about it, Anghel was trying to do that, but it didn't lead anywhere. So, it's up to Illona or Muninn if they want to do that.
Even with the language barrier gone, there's still a language barrier, yes.
Honestly, I think it's a good idea, though. I thought it was gonna, like, break out and fight, because it seems so hostile. I was like, no, not fight. But we could try. We could, like, tell him that we know as well.
We could, I feel like we shouldn't be telling Teeironor this. But we could, no, I'm gonna keep it to myself, actually.
Why?
No, it would make sense if it happens, but if it doesn't happen, I'll let you know.
Private message? I wanna know.
I mean, I'm especially curious because I understand not telling Rebob, but not telling me is weird.
Yeah.
It's in real life now.
Yeah, it's because it's like, I can't say without giving it away.
Can you see it in sign language?
Yeah, I'll sign it to Anghel.
Well, I guess my question would be, is this like is this idea like Dely talking to Ashen and Show&Tell, or is this Muninn talking to Illona and Anghel?
I guess a little bit of both. Mainly Dely talking to Ashen and Show&Tell.
Okay, then feel free to keep it private if it's Dely to Ashen and Show&Tell. And feel free to like talk among each other. If you want, you can post it in the Discord because I'm not gonna look because I'm recording at the moment.
Okay.
We don't want to give you ideas, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably it or something.
Your choice at the end of the day. Just if it's like, I don't know, Muninn sneaks off somewhere, I will need to know.
Yeah, no, it's nothing like that.
Okay. I trust you. If you think I shouldn't know, then that's perfectly fine.
It's something that could work, but also may actually not work unless you knew. Like, if that makes sense. But anyway.
Interesting.
For now.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Again, feel free to keep it among yourselves. Like DMs or whatever. Just let me know when we switch back to everything else, I guess.
Yeah. I think Muninn would, unless anyone else wants to talk or anything like that, Muninn would. So as Muninn walks up to Always Thirsty, they would say like,
Well,
hi.
I guess just before that, because we were talking about who alongside Muninn goes to Always Thirsty, and I said Rebob would go with Muninn, and we were talking about do Illona and Anghel go? Do Illona and Anghel try to like distract Rebob? And what's going on there?
Maybe we should follow. I'll go too.
I mean, Anghel was following.
Okay, so all four of you, like Rebob included, go to Always Thirsty. Okay.
Yeah.
Then could you please repeat that, Dely? I'm sorry.
It's all good. Muninn would just say, hi.
Huh?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I
Oh,
don't know
it's you lot.
Yeah. It is us.
Can you do me a favor and tell those two, and like points at the bystanders who have been staring at him all the while, to go somewhere else? They're bothering me.
Yeah, I mean, and then Muninn would look to these two random people and say like, why don't, like, I don't know what Muninn would say. They would say something like, come on, the show's over. Like, have you got any like crops to sow or something?
Can I get a flashy from you?
Okay.
Flashy or forceful, I guess, your choice.
I got a 1 in flashy.
They look at each other, and they'll repeat what they said earlier when you guys first met them, but he's been drinking for an hour now.
Yeah, that's because he's got a hole in his stomach. Any water that he drinks goes right back into the river.
Always Thirsty will mutter, not too far from the truth, I guess. They look. The two look at each other, and they'll like move away, not so much because, oh yeah, this is uninteresting, but rather because, is this person gonna attack us? What's going on? We don't want to fight.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Muninn would say like, yeah, that's what I thought, but like not within earshot, if that makes sense.
Thanks. Want a drink?
I'm fine, thank you. But our friends and I had a proposition for you.
He is chugging water at the moment, but listening.
Okay. I don't know if you've heard of the wolf that's been going around, like terrorizing this town.
Yeah, I have.
Well, we've been roped into.
Did someone censor something?
Yeah, that's what.
Sorry. That was my phone.
Okay.
No worries.
No worries.
Got to put it on silent.
So Muninn would say like, we've been roped into having to deal with it. So I was wondering. I mean, you two seem to have a good relationship. Muninn would say semi-sarcastically, like pointing to Anghel. I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Anghel seemed. I don't know if this is too meta for Muninn to say this, but Anghel like seemed to want to speak to you or was drawn to you earlier. So you two were clearly talking about something.
Yeah, I invited him over for a drink. You up for it?
I'm fine.
He was looking at Anghel when he asked that.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh. Anghel kind of, lifts his hands like, thank you.
Show&Tell, just because this has been revealed to you guys before, you know that like the fable says for like Prince Charming to recruit Always Thirsty, he has to beat Always Thirsty in a drinking contest.
Oh, right. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we did that before.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll have to do it again because the torch has been handed over, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why That's why he has been offering Anghel a drink like repeatedly.
Oh, damn! I didn't think about that. Shit. Okay. So Anghel, I guess, realizes this eventually, and then he, well,
Illona and Muninn, you see Anghel like freeze up for whatever reason.
Yeah. Are you okay?
It's just a drink, boy. Says Always Thirsty.
Oh no. Okay. Shit. Okay, I guess there's no way around it. Okay, so Anghel, I guess he nods eventually after a long pause.
What? Anghel, you don't have to have a drink. Like Muninn would say, like confused. Unless, I mean,
Anghel is kind of, how do you say when you kind of, oh, damn it, I don't have words. I don't know how to say that. It's so stupid. It's just kind of folds up his sleeves.
Yeah.
Is that how you say that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like he's preparing for some big effort or something, I guess.
Always Thirsty probably like notices like Anghel's change in expression. He says, "Oh, you challenging me? You know only Prince Charming can beat me."
That was Anghel. Side. Okay. Fine. I guess he, it takes a moment and then he nods.
This is him laughing, not me.
Okay.
Oh, have a seat. Have a seat then. Do you have your bucket?
Oh shit! We need a bucket.
If you want, he like hands you one of his like whatchamacallit. Like he has some gourds of liquor, and he hands one to you and says, "If you want, drain that, and you can use it. If you don't have your own."
Drain that as he doesn't have to drink it, does he?
He'd prefer. Always first he would above board prefer that the wine not go to waste, but it's Anghel's choice at the end of the day.
I mean, we just got him undrunk, I guess maybe he turns to Illona and Muninn and is like, "Do you want some cut?" And he shakes it at them.
I'll pass. And Muninn would hold a hand up to say no, thank you.
Rebob would ask, even though he knows, but he, to keep the facade, he'd ask, "What is going on?"
I get throws him a look like, "You're so annoying." Oh, he doesn't understand. Never mind.
Moon would say to Rebob, I guess there's a drinking competition. It seems quite. This feels like deja vu.
Do you have to do you have to do this now? His Excellency is waiting.
I guess we could. I guess as long as we're quick, we can. His Excellency can wait, right?
He shrugs. It is your call. That is what he says.
No. Alternatively, we could although I don't know, I don't want to leave Anghel to drink on his own.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe to tell you to go or something, but last time we needed, I remember Anghel had to assist Illona.
Yeah.
And he was making a total fool of himself and all that. So, I don't know.
Oh, I just noticed. Unironically, Anghel does have a hole in him.
He does have a hole in him.
Remember what you said to the bystanders about always thirsty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, poor Anghel.
Oh, man. Also, okay. I'll have to think about ways to make everything forceful in this challenge. But okay.
I mean, just like chugging through it would be a forceful approach. Like forcing yourself through it would be, by definition, forceful.
Okay, fair enough. All right, then. So I guess if no one takes the wine, then Anghel kind of, I guess maybe looks apologetically at Always Thirsty and then starts pouring it. Beside him.
He frowns, but says nothing. You see Rebob almost like nodding with approval, like, yeah, fuck alcohol.
Okay, so it's drained.
Do you have a preference who should go first? Says Always Thirsty.
How does it work? Like each one of us drinks? Or
he asked who should go first.
But I'm trying to understand. Like each one of us drinks in turn. I don't remember how it went.
Last time you guys drank simultaneously. You can take turns. You can do it simultaneously. It won't change the game mechanics. This is just for narrative's sake.
Okay, so I go kind of just for him to go first. I guess I don't know.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, so above board, this will be combat, obviously.
Yes.
My question would be. This is Always Thirsty versus Anghel, obviously. Illona and Muninn, do you guys get involved right away? You can also get involved later on. Just keep in mind that the number of fate points I will have is equal to the number of players who are involved. Make sense?
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say involved also means assisting, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, Ashen.
Do you have a preference, for Anghel, if we get involved right now or later? What do you feel? Because I would be totally down for assisting the whole way through.
Yeah, I think that's the way we should go. I mean, unless you want to do something else.
No, I'll assist.
Okay, cool.
I think I'll assist later on if it gets a bit dire. And then Muninn would stand with. In the meantime, Muninn would stand with Rebob in the background.
Sure. If you look at screen, the initiative order will be Illona, Rebob. Above board, I don't think Rebob will get involved, but just for the sake of it. Then Muninn, then Always Thirsty, then Anghel. it's in the order of everyone's quicks. Okay.
Yeah.
Always Thirsty has a quick of 2, just for reference.
I mean, the contest itself is to drink as much, like more buckets than the other guy, or
Basically, whoever taps out first loses, in terms of narrative. But in terms of game mechanics, it will be like Always Thirsty will deal damage to you. You will always deal deal damage to Always Thirsty, etc. Like normal combat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So just give me a second to check something in my notes.
It's just that I was suddenly like, oh, I have a ladle. I can drink from the ladle. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
think about
nice.
that. Yeah, but he already spilled out the wine though.
Sure. Funnily enough, since Always Thirsty is technically a magical creature, yeah, the ladle would technically work as because you remember the ladle has a stat bonus if you use it against a magical creature.
Yeah.
That's clever.
That's true, but I didn't think. Okay. That's even cleverer than I thought. I was like, oh yeah, ladle.
Yeah, it's something that did not come to mind when I was thinking of Always Thirsty showing up. But it's a nice coincidence, I guess. Because technically he is magical, more ways than one.
Yeah, that's cool. But then, too bad about the wine. I would be like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a ladle. My bad.
I mean, in comparison, the ladle versus the bucket or the gourd, there's still a size difference, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you can just drink more ladles, basically, right?
Pretty much. Either way, starting with the initiative, Illona would go first. Do let me know if you do anything, Ashen.
I just assist in any way I can. Maybe I give a pep talk to Anghel.
Okay, so you are above board getting involved.
Yeah, that's the plan, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Your choice. So I will start with 2 fate points, so at least so far. Okay. So what do you do, in terms of narrative and in terms of game mechanics for your turn?
Assisting and give a little pep talk and you can do it. You're meant for this.
Anghel, you feel encouraged by a scary person, I guess. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Illona?
Yep.
Okay. Rebob will, I guess, ask Muninn, who is more on the sidelines. So, why are we doing this again? In Caramel, obviously.
Yeah, in Caramel. Muninn would say, I guess it's a rite of passage. If that guy, if we beat the guy, he helps us.
He blinks.
Oh. Muninn would say, kind of like how we had to beat you for you to help us.
All right. He still looks confused, but says nothing more. Muninn's turn.
Yeah. Muninn would say, I'm trying to think of how this would work. So, Muninn would say, man. So Muninn would say, who do you think will win? But I'm going to roll a sneaky against Rebob.
Above board, is this a sneaky attack? Are you two starting your own combat, or what are you attempting?
It's not an attack. It's more of a narrative thing.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what it is if I win or lose.
Okay, feel free to roll your sneaky. I guess I will oppose with Rebob's careful.
Okay, yes. Okay, cool. I got a 1.
Oh, damn it.
Let me just check, because I'm not sure if Rebob had a careful of 4 or 5. Give me a second.
Oh boy.
4, okay.
Ah.
Let me see what the dice say. So Muninn got a 1.
Yes.
Still rolling on my end. Let me know if...
Oh! It says you got 1.
This is this is technically an overcome roll. Teeironor on overcome either means failure or succeed at a negative cost.
Okay. I think it depends. So I would use a fate point, but it's up to you. Like, would you rather know what it is before I do that, just so that you can retort, or?
Are you asking me as the DM
Yeah.
or me as the person playing Rebob?
I guess both. Like, what would you like? Would you? Because obviously, you would probably think, "Oh well, I'm not gonna spend a fate point, so it doesn't really matter." And then you find out what it is, and you wish that you spent it.
Then don't tell me, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, don't tell me, because I don't think I'll spend a fate point on this, no matter the result.
I will definitely spend a fate point because Muninn is the type of distrusting and secretive person. That's the aspect
Sure.
that I will use, and yeah.
Okay, so in character, you ask, who do you think will win? And then presumably do something else, I guess. Rebob will shrug and say, well, your friend's strong, but that man's literally been drinking a river, so...
Do you want to know what it was that I did?
Sure. Above board, I'm more so confused than anything else above board.
I don't know if I kind of feel bad now that I've done this, because I feel like I've so basically what Muninn did. Muninn spoke in Rima.
Ah.
Sneaky.
I
don't know.
Sure. Fine. I guess that happens. Good plan above board. It's just that in character, I think Rebob would have realized, but sure, we'll go with it.
Okay. So, fair enough.
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Woo!
In which case, I probably should have told you in beforehand. But
well, I guess we'll go with the results of the dice. Let's say that Rebob had a moment of carelessness.
Okay, cool.
Good plan, either way. It's just, I guess the application was a bit confusing.
Yeah. Fair enough. And so Muninn wouldn't say anything either way. But they would say in Caramel, they would say, what did Rebob say again? Sorry.
Rebob said. Also, good question. Would Rebob reply in Rima or Caramel? I'm not sure. I guess Rima, because Caramel is not his native language, and you've been speaking Rima, so he'd say in Rima. He said, "Your friend's strong, but that guy has literally been drinking a river." That's what he said.
Muninn would say, "True, but we've beat him before." Obviously, Muninn knows what's happened exactly, but Muninn wouldn't point out to Rebob, basically. Muninn did it more so to confirm to them rather than to, if that makes sense.
Sure. I guess, would you mind if I roll Rebob's careful to see if he realizes the oopsie?
Yeah, definitely.
Good plan above board, just the, implementation was a bit odd.
Okay.
Okay, then he realizes. I think he'll keep a stoic face, and he will say, in Caramel, I think I understand what you three were miming at each other for earlier.
Muninn would act coy and say, I don't know what you mean in caramel. I don't know what you mean.
Will this be an issue?
You tell me.
He shrugs and he says, in my experience, in my experience, it's always better to not let those around you in on every one of your abilities.
Well, Muninn would say you and I are the same in that regard. And that would probably be everything that unless Rebob says something else, that would be everything that...
I think Rebob would ask again, so I ask again, will this be an issue?
Muninn would ponder and say for now, like, we'll see.
Rebob nods. I think he's been looking like at Anghel and Always Firsty's contest, like trying to keep a poker face, I guess. Okay. I guess that was your turn, Muninn, I guess?
Yes.
Sure. Back at the contest itself, Always Thirsty lifts up a bucket of water, gives Anghel a wink and says cheers, and just starts chugging. This will be an attack against Anghel.
Okay, so how am I supposed to defend against this? Well, I don't remember how the last battle.
Last time Illona quote unquote defended by also chugging.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds Okay, so Anghel, yeah.
Sure.
Takes out his ladle.
Oh, you're using the ladle now.
This is kind of embarrassing for him, but whatever.
Then I think Always Thirsty will stop for a moment and say, well, that's just mean. You know how expensive that was?
I kind of want Anghel to do the gesture, when you put your hands together, sorry. But, I don't know if he will do that. So, I guess he just looks embarrassed. Looks chastened.
Well, buy me a new one later. Come on, we're not stopping just for this.
Okay. So Anghel, drinks from the ladle.
May I get a forceful from you, and you have one assist from Illona?
Okay. It's a 6.
So it's actually a 7 with Illona's assist, meaning you get an advantage.
Ooh.
Do you have a name for
it? Shagging.
Sure. And while I type that in, it is your turn.
Okay. So the attack is also chugging, it could be the same thing.
That's what Always Thirsty did, so by definition, almost, you can do it back to him.
Okay, so let's do it.
Sure. Give me your forceful, please.
It's a 4.
Technically a 5 of Illona's assist. Let's see what Always Thirsty gets.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Tie means you get another advantage.
Ooh. So let's add it to chugging.
To everyone else, it doesn't... Maybe because of the idea of wasting wine upsets Always Thirsty, but Always Thirsty seems to be lagging a bit behind Anghel. He's still very much in the fight, but it just looks like Anghel has the advantage at the moment.
I feel bad.
Illona's turn.
It was really unintentional.
I just continue with the thing I was doing before. Do I have to give advantages every round, or?
Yeah, you have to assist. Yeah, you have to quote unquote renew it every round. Yeah.
Okay, then I do that.
Okay. So you're giving Anghel verbal encouragement, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
A little dance, no? I think it's safe.
You did.
That's what Anghel did last time.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Sure. You define how the assist looks, and I'll judge it worthy or not, I guess. Okay. Rebob won't do anything on his turn, so Muninn?
Muninn, for now, Muninn wouldn't do anything either, I don't think.
Sure. Then Always Thirsty will chug some more, trying to make up the difference, like in the hesitation that he showed earlier. How does Anghel defend himself?
Anghel slurps the water.
Sounds like a flashy defense.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
Specifically slurping, yeah.
Okay. So he just drinks, I guess. I was trying to make it more interesting, but okay, fine. So we'll just continue with the same.
Sure. Give me a forceful, like, specifically slurping is, like, a noisy act, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. It's a 5.
6
And
technically.
yeah.
Not quite enough to gain an advantage, but still good. Your turn.
Okay. We're drinking mouthfuls.
Mm-hmm. And Always Thirsty tries to keep up. Let's see how it goes.
It's a 7.
Okay, so 3 points of damage to the fellow. Okay, he'll take his level 3 stress. He momentarily chokes and looks surprised at how much Anghel is chugging along. And as he he coughs a little bit, he pauses for a second and he looks at Anghel and narrows his eyes and he says, in character, resume chugging.
Okay.
Illona's turn.
Me again?
Yep.
Oh, how?
It's going by fast.
We've gone for
What
everyone.
the fuck? I do the same thing yet again. I stand there, I clap my hands, I'm like, go on, go. Go on, go.
Sure. Rebob won't do anything on his turn. Muninn?
I don't think Muninn would either.
Okay. Then Always Thirsty will start chugging all the more. He feels almost compelled, not in terms of game mechanics, but to chug more than this whippersnapper. This is an attack against Anghel.
Yeah. By the way, when I read out the roll number, do I need should I add the assist already or something?
Either way, doesn't. The viewers can see for the moment, so it's not that big of an issue. For clarity, you can say, well, I got for instance, a 7 with +1 from Illona. That's 8, just as an example.
Okay. So Anghel obviously drinks back at him.
Sure. Let's see how it goes.
It's a 7 +1.
You gain another advantage.
Woo.
Another chugging.
Mm-hmm.
While I type that in, it is Angel's turn.
Okay, he's on a roll, so he continues drinking.
Funnily enough, this is almost going like the Fables, kind of one-sided match.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that how it worked? It worked for Prince Charming.
Depends on the retelling, but yeah. So
Okay.
Please roll your forceful.
It's a 6 +1.
So that's 1 point of damage to Always Thirsty. Sure, I'll take. Always Thirsty will take his level 1 stress as he momentarily chokes a little bit from trying to drink at a faster rate than he's used to, I guess. Illona's turn.
Anghel's going for it.
I keep on doing the same thing.
Anghel has a +1 assist. Rebob doesn't do anything for his turn, but he just looks shocked at what's happening. Muninn's turn.
I think Muninn would look impressed rather than shocked. So they obviously this isn't a turn, so to say, but narratively Muninn would like fold their arms and be like, well, I'll be damned, like kind of thing.
Also, I'm a complete idiot. Show&Tell, you've been using the ladle, so all your rolls so far should have had a +1.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I
What does
guess
that mean?
I guess just for simplicity's sake, because I don't feel like going all the way back, how about you take away the 2 fate points that I have and let's pretend that I spent them to mitigate your rolls, I guess?
Really? The 2 of them?
I mean, yeah, you've dealt damage to Always Thirsty twice, you've got a bunch of advantages, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just for
I'll take it.
just for simplicity's sake, because I don't feel like going back and reevaluating every single roll.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Back to Muninn.
Yeah, I think that's all that Muninn would do. They would like they begin to fold their arms as because they're impressed.
Sure.
And that's all they'll do.
Always Thirsty. Feeling like actually a little bit scared, will like, and feeling that like his reputation is on the line, will start once again chugging very, very rapidly and forcefully in an attempt to beat Anghel down. He got an 8.
Oosh. Okay, so Anghel, keeps pace.
May I get Anghel's forceful?
It's a 7 plus 1 plus 1.
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah, so you have a 9.
Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not complaining.
Above board, that's probably I think the best roll Always Thirsty has ever done, so you guys have never seen him chug water faster, but somehow Anghel's faster than him.
Okay.
Anghel's turn.
So he keeps on chugging.
Sure, let's see what happens.
It's a 5. Plus 1 plus 1. So 7.
7 to a 4, 3 points of damage to Always Thirsty. I have no fate points to spend. What's the level 4 consequence you inflict on Always Thirsty?
Ooh, level 4. So, what kind of level is it supposed to be? Like sort of.
It's not a crippling injury, but it's not just something that you can walk off, if that makes sense. So something in the middle, like an annoying bruise, I guess, for instance.
A cramp? Can you get maybe a cramp from drinking too much? Is that a thing?
I don't know, but sure, sounds plausible, I guess.
Okay.
What's cramping specifically? So, or what's the name of the consequence?
Like his stomach. Oh, the name of the consequence. Stomach cramp, I guess.
Sure. So he after a second he stops chugging for a little and starts violently coughing and says, "Something must be wrong with the water." Illona's turn.
I keep on cheering.
Ribob will continue staring silently. Muninn?
Muninn would still stare silently. I think their jaw would drop a little bit, and that's it.
Sure. Always Thirsty will make not quite last ditch, but you get what I mean. Another forceful effort to try to catch up to Anghel. How does Anghel defend?
By forcefully drinking on.
May I get Anghel's forceful, please?
It's a 6.
An 8, technically.
An 8, yes.
Which means you get another advantage.
Woo, chugging.
Yeah. Before Anghel's turn, Show&Tell, I leave you a choice, I guess. Would you like Always Thirsty to concede, or would you like to beat him into submission, I guess? This is more so a question.
I decided he concedes.
Well, this is more a question, I'm asking your opinion as Show&Tell, not your opinion as Anghel, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I guess, what do you think would be the better narrative, for Always Thirsty to admit defeat, or for Anghel to beat the crap out of him?
I mean, it definitely seems to be heading that way. So, like, what? I mean, like in terms of narrative, you. I mean,
I'm also asking for your opinion on like, what do you think would make a better story? I guess.
I think it is kind of humbling for him to actually admit defeat. I guess, you know,
Sure.
like it's not just being defeated; it's actually admitting it before it even happened. Exactly.
Is that what we're going with?
I guess makes sense to me.
Sure. And then, as like Always Thirsty's recovering from the cough and he like starts chugging again, he looks at Anghel and sees that Anghel has been undeterred, just chugging, like at a almost like the ladle is going in the water, in the mouth, in the water, in the mouth, in the water, in the mouth at an absurd rate, and he just stares dumbfounded without continuing to drink anymore. He like slowly places the bucket down and puts like a hand on Anghel's shoulder and says, "I give."
Ooh. Anghel kind of chokes because he was in the middle. But okay.
Oh, sorry. He like claps you on the back.
I mean, this is also like, I mean, I don't know if they have to, but it's like a really good opportunity for them to, I guess, realize that something is going on here. Like the thing that they've been kind of trying to avoid or deny or whatever.
You look into each other's eyes. If this were any other series, it would mean something else. But in this particular series, the two of you just realize something that you should realize, I guess. I'm not sure how to word it without sounding sappy.
God, that was funny. Oh shit. I guess this is it. We can't, run away from it anymore. At least Anghel can't. I don't know. What do you do after awkwardly staring into each other's eyes?
I think Always Thirsty will look at Illona because she was, quote unquote, the previous Prince Charming, even though she wasn't, and he will say, "Why were you pretending?" Ashen?
Sorry, my computer did a thing for a second. Wait.
Oh, no worries. Let us know when you're back, I guess.
Thank you. It's just like my screen froze for the Roll20 and like turned black, but now it's good again. I'm just confused why it did that. Yes.
Sometimes Roll20 is surprisingly demanding on the graphics cards. I don't know why, so that may be why.
Because like the whole monitor went black, so that was weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Sometimes.
All right.
Usually, what fixes it for me, just like above board, is if you're like on Windows, you know how in the bottom right you have that thing to like show your desktop, like quickly flashing the mouse over it usually fixes it for me when it happens for me.
All right. Nice. It's fine now, but I got so confused. I was like, "What's happening?"
Mm-hmm. So basically, after Anghel and Always Thirsty stare into each other's eyes, Always Thirsty like gets a little angry and looks at Illona, who's like behind Anghel, and he says, "So why were you pretending before?"
You challenged me to a drinking contest. We just went with it. I don't know. I like the challenge.
Yeah, but you're not the prince. This is the prince.
That is the prince. Yeah. No bad blood. That's the prince.
Welcome back, Deli. You came back at, I guess, just the right time.
Thank you very much.
Always Thirsty just like said out loud, "Well, Anghel was the prince. Why were you pretending, Illona?" Basically, is what you just came back to.
Munin's confused at what they're hearing. Anghel, the prince? Like they're thinking, Prince of what?
Rebob looks at Muninn to see if like to study Munin's expression to see if Muninn knows what's going on, and seeing that Muninn does not, Rebob would look back at the interaction.
Wait, we did know since earlier that Anghel is Prince Charming, right?
The,
Or was that just like a...
the players knew, the characters did not.
Yeah, we didn't like
Didn't
Anghel
it-
was denied it to himself, so.
Okay.
I didn't know that Anghel was definitely Prince Charming yet, so that is interesting.
In that case, like, Illona would definitely more, like, shocked as well. And like, what? You are Prince Charming? Oh, no. Oh, wow. How did this happen?
Always first
Well.
will like start getting up and offer a hand to Anghel to like help get up.
Anghel accepts.
He like slaps you on the hand, like a bit of a firmer handshake, and says, "Where you lead, I'll follow, my prince."
Oh god. Anghel blushes. And Leo is like trying to kind of avoid his eyes right now because this is really embarrassing. He's just like, okay, sure.
Have you found any of the others?
He shakes his head.
Well, if I can help in any way with the wolf or with the quest, please let me know.
Anghel like eagerly, nods at him. And then he just doesn't want to explain. Because he's done playing a wolf at this point.
Always first he looks at Muninn, and then at Rebob and says, "Oh, you're back, Coffee."
Oh my god.
Rebob like narrows his eyes, like I'm sort of in a "am I supposed to be offended" gesture or not.
Yeah. Muninn kind of shares the like expression, but they would go back to being confused and say like, I mean, so wait, Prince again to Anghel.
Anghel kind of shrugs like, I can't help it. I didn't want it.
Muninn would sign to Anghel saying like, "Oh, you're gonna have to explain this later." Or, well, Muninn would sign "explain later" to Anghel.
Always first they would say, "Well, bird wide length, always hungry, long legs,
Muninn probably doesn't know. Funny enough,
He definitely would not.
no.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
Muninn doesn't know about any of that. So Muninn would say like, "You're just saying words to me."
It's all right. The prince will know when he sees them.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well-
Anghel kind of nods like,
Yeah.
I know the story.
Okay. Well, I trust you, Anghel. Muninn would then continue. Muninn would then explain, because I think Always Thirsty asked for an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Muninn would then explain to Always Thirsty to say like, and correct me if I'm wrong. So this wolf, we want to, not starve it of water. What's the word? Like, we want to dehydrate this wolf, but that sounds a bit too technical.
I get the idea. I, the DM, the viewers, and
Yeah.
let's say Muninn finds the correct wording, I guess.
Yeah. So we want to take the wolf's water supply and then replace it with something a little bit less.
All right. I can help you with the first part, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know
So-
where that is?
Well, that's part 2 of our 5-part plan from here.
All right.
I think the first thing we need to do next is speak to the boyar. I think he's been waiting long enough.
He has, says Rebob. Illona and Anghel, now you notice that he's not even trying to hide the fact that he speaks the language.
You cut out, but I think I got the...
Rebob, when Muninn says, "I think the boy has been waiting long enough," Rebob says he has, and yeah, Illona and Anghel, you notice he's not hiding, that he can speak the language.
He replied, but did he reply in caramel or...
In Rima.
Oh, okay.
Illona would like nod at that, acknowledging that what is the saying? That the pig is out of the bag, something like that.
The pig.
The cat is out of the bag.
Is it not the pig?
No.
Oh,
The pig is out the trough.
can we just like accept it as the new version?
Yeah, that's like a Rima saying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think the like Rima equivalent is like the duck is out of its lair or something like that. Never mind.
Oh wow. That's cool. I like that.
I think.
Yeah. Muninn would say,
Oh
well-
no. The actual saying would be you've revealed your true bonds.
Oh, that's
in reference to like fake coins, basically.
"Oh,
that
that's
sounds
cool.
ominous.
That is
Sounds
ominous.
shady.
Yeah.
That's cool." Well, Muninn would like tilt their head to the side towards, I assume, or where Muninn assumes where the boyar would be.
His estate, yeah.
Yeah, his estate. And Muninn would say like, "Come on, Prince." Like, that's not like to tease Anghel.
Oh my god. Anghel cringes badly. Okay.
Ribob will hold out a hand and he'll say 2 questions. First, His Excellency is expecting 3 guests, not 4. So what are we to do with points at always thirsty? Second question, what is this prince thing exactly?
Muninn would like look to Anghel as if to say, "Yeah, what is this prince thing about?" Muninn would be ready to translate for Anghel though. If you know
Oh
what I mean.
god. Okay. I kind of feel like saying, you know, just the prince. The prince. Of the story.
Yeah, of the Anghel is the main character. Anghel kind of is the main character of this campaign. At least I feel like he's got so many killing blows, and he's literally Prince Charming. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Any?
well,
Yeah, I think Ribob would ask any connection with Prince Adamos, above board the like ruler of the country.
Muninn would say, "I don't think so. Is there like?"
No. Angus like shaking his head like definitely not.
Well, no, he's not related to that prince.
He shrugs and says, "Well, you've heard the rumors. Wouldn't really be surprising." Said that when he went to the war, he left 2 children behind in every village he went through.
Oh my god.
Okay. Nice.
Well, that would explain a lot.
Fun above board story. That's like that story about leaving 2 kids behind in every village he went through while he went to war. That's something that was said about my great-great-grandfather.
Oh my god, really?
In World War One. So that's where the inspiration came,
Oh my god,
Wow.
that's kind of cool in a way.
I guess.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I mean, my grandfather told that story to me when I was like 6, so obviously I didn't know what he meant, but I've remembered it and now I know what it means.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I don't
Interesting.
Either way, I think Muninn answered. Muninn might have answered Rebob's question.
but not Rebob's comment, I guess.
Yeah, I think Muninn would like raise their eyebrows and be like, "Oh, well, that would explain a lot." I think. Still, either way,
You certainly have the prince's temper, looks at Anghel.
Anghel kind of backs away from him, like, I don't know anything about that. Like, okay.
I jest. I apologize if I have offended.
Like, I'm trying to think if it is offensive to him in some way. I don't know.
I mean, I guess the idea that your parents or grandparents might have been unfaithful would be offensive, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, especially now that they're dead.
Oh my god.
I was like thinking, like, I've mentioned it somehow, but no, he wouldn't. Whatever. You know, his fine.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
let's it go.
Sure. And you said, that's to my first question.
I guess.
What was the first question?
And wait outside, like, always thirsty.
He always first he will say whatever the prince says. I'm fine with it.
Always thirsty doesn't understand Anghel, right? I mean, he doesn't know obviously the sign language or anything.
No, but you've also never used it to him to communicate with him, so I guess there's that 1 in a million chance, but probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, we made it up, so I don't think he would be able to.
We could also assume that Muninn may have translated that, etc., etc.
I mean,
Okay.
just for, I guess, shits and giggles, I'm gonna roll a d20. If I get a 20, like the best possible roll, then, well, let's say that always first understands Anghel.
Okay.
And it's like some weird magical stuff going on, or whatever.
I
That
mean,
would be
yeah,
cool.
that would make sense.
I'm rolling. Sorry.
Keep rolling.
That is a 9, so sorry.
Oh well, we tried.
Well, so if no one else says anything or does anything, I think Muninn would like sort of slowly, like, you know, when you're like creeping towards the door to like exit a room, like Muninn would like do that, but obviously outside towards.
And Rebob would say, so shall we be on our way then?
Yeah. Anghel, you know, is ready to move.
To go.
All right. Then you all go to the Boyar's estate, and always Rebob would suggest above board that we always firstly wait like outside the estate or wherever, so like he shouldn't go inside. Is that agreeable?
Yes.
With always thirsty.
Always firstly will agree to whatever Anghel agrees.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah, that's totally fine.
Sure. Then after you guys enter the estate proper and make your way past the entrance, Rebob would say, please allow me to report back to the master before allowing you in. You wouldn't want to barge in on the master while he's discussing matters with his cousin. Trust me.
Could Muninn look to see if Rebob is trying to...
Sure. Give me a careful outpost with sneaky.
And does my stunt apply as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. that liberal, yeah, sure. Oh my god! I should have known. I rolled a -1, which is a 1.
That's the second worst possible roll. And always Rebob got a 6, so I don't know. Let's like extrapolate on like Muninn whistling at always first into like your guys' first meeting. So maybe let's just say that Muninn's like, oh, Rebob is so dreamy. Oh yeah, whatever he says, yeah.
Okay.
So dreamy.
I mean, with a -1, it has to be like a big penalty.
Yeah. He was a handsome man.
Oh, fair enough.
So Muninn is oblivious. I leave it up to Illona and Anghel if they want to like oppose or whatever.
I'm not sure. I mean, okay, I realize that Rebub is a very sneaky guy. We've established that. But, like, what could he... Like, what... I don't know. What are we worried that he'll do?
Can I say, despite the fact that I lost...
You guys can, of course, speculate above board. That there's no restriction about that. It's just that, given the role, you should not inform Muninn's reaction. Make sense?
That makes sense. So, yeah, that makes sense. So, I was above board worried that maybe Rebob would walk in and warn the boyar about something.
Okay.
Like,
okay, yeah,
maybe.
That.
So, this is just speculation.
Mm-hmm.
But what if the boyar told Rebob to lie about not being able to speak the language, right? Like,
technically above board, Rebob never said he cannot speak the language. It was always the boyar saying.
It was always the boyar, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right.
he can't speak your language. That's always been what the boyar said.
So yeah.
Mhm.
So what if it was the boyar's doing? Like that's my speculation.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously we're free to. Do you know what I mean? That may or may
No,
not
that
be the
could definitely
case.
be a possibility. Like, I don't know what he would tell him. So
We might be worrying over nothing though. That's the other thing.
okay. I mean, I guess we can all roll like a careful. Maybe we. Yeah. Can we?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll. Okay, that's a 2. Not much better.
You're not like overtaken by Rebob's charm. It's just that you. Okay. Anghel, you're not like overtaken by Rebob's charm or whatever. It's just that you're not really sure what's going on. Illona with 2 minuses. What's like a good penalty for 2 minuses? I don't know. I guess Rebob gives both Illona and Muninn like winning smiles.
Nice.
Ooh la la.
Charming guy.
Yeah, he's completely trustworthy in your eyes. Or at least, or at least, like I guess for Anghel, because Anghel didn't fail that badly, you don't have like a basis to like suspect him on for this thing at least.
Yeah. I guess like you said, he was confused, and I'm like, I think he's seen Illona's and Muninn's reactions to whatever. He's even more confused. I don't know what's going on here, but okay.
Well, I shall come back to announce when you can come in then. And he smiles once again, and we'll proceed to go inside.
Okay.
You guys are left on your own in the courtyard for like, let's say 10 to 20 minutes. What are you doing in the meanwhile?
Muninn would give Anghel a look straight away. And they would say like, do you mind explaining? Just full stop. Do you mind explaining?
Killed Prince Charming, became Prince Charming.
Mm.
I mean, we already knew the story about Illona potentially becoming always thirsty in this place.
That's true.
Illona would like be kind of like
we didn't
saddened.
kill him. What?
She would be kind of like saddened by the news that you're like Prince Charming, because that's like a heavy burden to bear, but also like try to convey like that she's supporting you through it, and if we can help, like just ask.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, I think I might have asked this before, but does it compel to be scared of Illona? Like, does it have an expiration date, or does it just continue?
Whenever I decide it, I guess.
Okay.
Obviously, like, I'm not gonna be tyrannical with it, so if you Show&Tell think that there's ever a point where it makes sense, I'm open to, like, letting it go.
Oh,
Yes,
it's fine.
don't fear me. Don't fear me.
Like, I'm just trying to, like, always, like, analyze what Anghel will like how to react to Illona based on the fact that he's scared. like, and she's being like nice, and he's like, oh god. I don't know.
You look at Illona being nice and smiling, and all you see is like her hands bloody from like butchering the strigoi or the cow or whatever.
Those cows. You never know what they're gonna do. They might have been like really evil cows. Who knows?
Okay, so anyway, what did Illona say? She couldn't eat. She was supportive. Anka's like, gives her like a shaky smile, like, yeah, okay, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Again, you guys are left on your own for like 10 to 20 minutes, so you let me know if we time skip or if there's anything you'd like to do or talk about, etc., etc. Okay?
Maybe we can try to talk about what we're gonna do. Like, I don't know, try to brainstorm or something. Like,
Yeah.
do we have a clear plan at this point? Like,
Yeah. So Muninn would say, like, so where are we going to get this poison to poison the wolf's water supply? I mean, Akesius isn't helping us.
maybe the witch, Anghel signs.
Mm.
We just need to figure out a good gift for her. I feel like
Yeah, that's the one.
if there's someone who could help us with that, it's probably like the cousin. Like money buys something, or a carving, or if somebody want to sacrifice a firstborn or something like that.
Like, I feel, is a carving going to take care of all the gifts? I don't. Like,
Are you
It was like-
are you asking like if you use your stunt or just in general?
yeah. Yeah, I guess the stunt.
I can't really answer regarding to your stunt right now. All I can say is look at the wording of the stunt, and that may give the answer.
One time or something. Yeah, wait, let me look at that.
Well, the wording itself is pretty vague, but it might give you a hint as to what I'm thinking, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, okay. An item. So it's probably like one thing. I think. Probably.
So like maybe we can use that for like the wolf poisoning part, and we'll take the smaller gifts for like all of us, since they're like just for visiting, I guess.
Okay. I mean, if that works, that's great. Like, for some reason, I
would say Show&Tell, just specifically, I was referring to the something valuable part of the stunt, not to the an item part of the stunt.
something valuable. Oh, I mean, we are getting something valuable. No, like,
Carry on. Sorry for interrupting.
okay. I guess I don't know. Maybe that means that it doesn't cover like the first gifts that we need to give her. Honestly, I'm like lost on how much we owe her at this point. Like,
Yeah.
We need one present from each of us, and then a
Every
second
Bob.
one for the persons. Yeah, for a person who comes there again to give it and like order the wolf poisoning, and one for the wolf poisoning.
And 2 for the alcohol poisoning curing thing.
Jesus, them too. Gotta write this down.
So
Oh,
how much
wow,
is that
okay.
altogether?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it would be
6, 7,
worth.
8.
I think it would be worth using the
stunt.
excuse me, the stunt. Yeah, thank you. I think it'll be worth using the stunt for the most expensive thing on the menu. So
Yeah.
like the hangover cure, that could be like something really cheap compared to a massive hex on a massive wolf.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for the wolf, I was thinking that too. But I mean,
I'm counting.
the-
I'm counting 8. Ashen, do you have the same number?
Yep.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yippee!
Okay, but like for the I mean, the soul of the newborn or whatever, that was for, like, that's not the level of the, you know, how to call it, the you know, the thing she did for us, so we wouldn't be drunk anymore. Like,
I think
did she-
something smaller than that.
okay, whatever that means. Like we have, like, we need to give gifts, little gifts as. How
That's
many
like-
little gifts for each of us?
Like, so it's 8 overall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 7
yeah.
small and 1 big.
One big one.
Okay.
So the big one could be the stunt.
Yeah, the big one is the sun for sure. But like, are the 7 small ones all the same? Like all the same kind of level, basically? Because some of them are just are just for visiting her, and some of them are for actually her.
The above board, the hangover cure would be more expensive than the like just visiting
Yeah,
tax.
that's what I thought. Okay. To keep that in mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, and beyond that, so okay, fine. So the witch and
And the
always
poison.
thirsty and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. We
And
got-
first we need to find the water source that he's drinking from
Yeah.
with the dogs, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine so. So like, it's going to be a big search party, I guess. That we can get from the Boyar's sister, possibly.
Well, the boy or sister, like you guys were
Cousin?
mainly cousin. My
Sister?
bad. Cousin.
Oh,
My
cousin.
bad. Cousin. My bad.
No.
My bad. You were mainly intending on asking her for help for money for the mercenaries to like actually fight the beast.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It feels like we're reaching in every different direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Asking
like-
everybody for help.
We really are. We I think I said this last episode. We really are like preparing the shit out of this. Like, I can't remember what the phrase is. Like, overcooking the stew or something. I don't know.
I mean, technically, if you look at the map, there's 4, arguably 5 icons you haven't even considered asking for help, and those have like their own pros and cons as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like for this specific thing, with the money lending, I think we should commit to the witch because we gotta go there either how later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we owe her. Like,
Yeah.
we're going back.
Yeah.
So like
It's all-
instead of getting money for mercenaries, that we get like money for gifts.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fair enough.
I figured that was where we're going with this.
It's
Nice.
yeah, because a curse could potentially be worth way more than a mercenary anyway, right?
Yeah.
Potentially. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Cool.
You guys let me know like when you're done with whatever you'd like, and when you'd like to be like ushered in.
Yeah, I
Consider
guess
me
we're-
ushered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we're mostly done.
I'm hang on.
I'm hanging.
This isn't gonna be worth it.
Are you looking up like Usher song titles?
Yeah, I actually am.
I considered it too.
Yeah. I can't find one that's like iconic, so never mind. The meme is dead.
Good try though.
His most famous song apparently is called Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. Call me Usher. Call me Usher because yeah.
Good shit.
Anyway.
Sure, definitely. Okay, so while you guys are strategizing and after you finish talking, you will see Rebob emerge from the building, and he will say, in Rima, His Excellency will welcome you now.
Okay.
Okay. If no one else does, Muninn would follow suit and walk in.
Yes, Illona would too.
Yeah, Anghel squares his shoulders and does as well.
Yeah. You guys file in, and you reach the same, like, large living room's not the right term. There's like a fancier term for it, but like a big the big room where you, not lounge, where you guys like ate lunch earlier, if you remember.
Yeah.
And as usual, you see the various decorations. The couches aligned. This time you see like 2 couches like on one sort of corner of the room, where you see the boyar and his cousin hanging. I'll show the cousin in a second. And there are 3 other couches sort of at a kind of a distance, because he thinks you guys are icky above board.
Understandable.
That you guys may sit in, and Rebob will like resume his position standing behind his master, sort of at attention. And you will see that the cousin is this woman that I'm putting more to the right side of the screen. And
Okay.
as she lounges in her seat and says, "Really, Dukas, we're really doing this? Please." And he then turns to the rest of you and says, "Have a seat then."
Illona would sit down, like try to be fancy and shit. No.
Yeah. Muninn
Anghel
would.
sits down too, I guess.
Yeah, Muninn would also sit.
I'm sort of imagining, like almost since Anghel's kind of a country boy, let's say, maybe he sits like on Muninn's couch or on Illona's couch, like together with that person when he's supposed to sit in his own couch.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before as well. I think.
To be fair, last time Anghel was drunk, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that could tell. Like I was thinking maybe bringing it up. I was like, I'm not sure. Never mind. Okay, but yeah, sure.
Well, whom do you sit with?
Muninn, definitely.
I was almost tempted to compare you to like sit with the boyar. That would be funny.
We're friends, right?
Yeah.
The boyar like makes a perplexed expression and says, "I believed you were sober."
We did. We've since gathered ourselves. Yes, and then Muninn would look to Anghel and then look to the other sofa that he's supposed to be sitting in.
Oh.
Excuse this one.
Okay. Will Anghel get it? I don't know. Does it make sense they will get it?
Muninn would sign. Yeah, I don't know why Muninn doesn't sign more often. Muninn would sign sit there.
Anghel kind of, stands up looking kind of hurt, and he goes over and sits.
After Anghel goes and sit, the boyar kind of clears his throat and says, "Well, dear guests, may I present my esteemed cousin on my mother's side, the Lady Ophelia Zarhos."
Zarhos.
Mm.
Do we know the name of the boyar? Like
Gregory Dukas. Gregory Dukas.
Oh, okay.
Muninn would like nod, like slowly, and kind of like a bow in a way.
She nods back, acknowledging like the respect you're showing.
Illona would also like do a little is it called courtesy thing?
Curtsy, but
Curtsy?
it's kind of hard to do it while you're sitting, but we get the point.
And Anghel, I'm guessing he a lot of experience in paying respects, does he?
Probably not.
I guess he just kind of looks at what Muninn does, and he does this thing kind of belatedly.
She will say, she will switch to the caramel language and say, I believe the three of you have a petition for me. And after she says that, the boyar will say in Rima, please, cousin, speak the local language. You're in the presence of a prince who only speaks that language, indicating Anghel.
Oh, wait, why did he already knows? Okay.
Oh.
Okay, Rebob. Okay.
Rebob says nothing, but you see him like shifting eyes around. A prince, says Ophelia. Prince of what? Prince of dirt?
Muninn would look to Anghel to see what he would want to say. Prince of Muninn signs Prince of Charm.
Anghel shrugs at him. Like, go ahead, sure.
Muninn begrudgingly like sighs and says, this one is Prince of Charm.
Oh, I see he doesn't even deign to speak directly like one of the Eastern emperors of old, says Ophelia.
Exactly, you got it, woman.
She rolls her eyes, she's being sarcastic. Oh no, you're roboting, I think.
Beep boop.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's bad.
Can you hear us though, Deli? Is Deli still in the call, by the way?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
No, no.
Oh, no, not anymore.
Okay, please let me know when they get back, because I can't look at Discord at the moment.
All right. Maybe like Muninn is possessed by some like old language that he learned.
Actually, I do have something in mind. I was hoping to save it for later, but I guess I'll do it now. And let's say that Muninn is knocked out temporarily by said thing until they get back.
They're back.
They're back. They're back. Are you back, Deli?
I am front.
You are back, although still a little bit of a robot.
Yeah.
I'll listen in that case for now.
Is that what we're doing? Doing the thing where Muninn is temporarily knocked out, I guess?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. For the viewers, Deli typed in the Roll20 chat. Sure, I'll listen. All of a sudden, there has been like on the middle table a bunch of plates with food. All of a sudden, one of the plates with food flies up and knocks Muninn in the head. If Deli is roboting and indisposed, we can say that the plate temporarily knocks Muninn out. If not, we can say that Muninn is still there. You guys decide.
I think this is.
I only heard this is.
Yeah.
I'm so
it
sorry,
sounded
Deli.
better though. It's like this is better. I don't know. It sounded quite normal.
Deli wrote in chat, Muninn knockout. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, a plate just flies from the table, knocks Muninn straight in the head out of nowhere. Food spills all over them, and both the boyar and Ophelia like get up from their seats and in complete shock. What are Anghel and Illona doing or thinking or whatever?
I think Angus also in shock. He's like,
I think Illona would like rush over to see if Muninn was okay.
Can I get a careful from Illona and I guess a clever from Anghel?
a clever.
Got a 0. Stupid.
A 1.
What I can tell you, Anghel, is this obviously seems magical. You've met a magic person before. Quite recently,
Well,
in fact.
I'm just starting to think maybe it has something to do with always hungry or something. There's a guy like that, right?
Yes. That's not what Anghel's mind would go to, though.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Illona, with that careful roll, you're not sure if Moninn's gonna make it.
Wow.
Oh no.
I would kind of panic. CPR or something.
Dely wrote in chat, oh no. Actually, let me switch so that the viewers can also see the chat. Actually, I'm willing to give this to Anghel. Anghel, I think you'd realize this is the witch's first warning. To, like, pay up.
Really? Why would he realize that? Like what?
Based on the clever roll, I mean.
Yeah. But, like, is there something in... Okay. Okay.
Maybe you've heard of weird, like, types of witchcraft of where, like, plates just randomly fly or objects, etc. This seems like a very direct message of, hey, I'm still waiting.
Yeah, okay. Ouch, a little aggressive, but okay. Fair enough.
Do they need a physician? Says Ophelia.
They just, like, roll with it?
The boy are still, like, staring in shock, and Ophelia turns to him and says, "Is this one of your practical jokes, cousin?" And the boy just shakes his head in shock.
Okay. He's known for practical jokes.
Illona would be like, we should definitely get someone to look at them. This is not good.
The boyar would motion for Rebob to do so, and Rebob would sigh and come to take a look at Muninn. I'm gonna roll Rebob's careful. Are you still with us, Dely? Like, could you maybe try talking, I guess?
See.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, we heard the C. Can you continue talking? Because the C was kind of short.
Yes.
Okay,
Normal.
we hear you fine. We hear you fine.
Okay.
Welcome back!
Thank you very much.
So what happens, I think, is because Rebob rolled awful. He comes to like check in on Muninn and like take his pulse and whatever. He has this concerned expression, and then I think he like starts doing like, you know, the like pressing on Munin's chest to like resuscitate them, even though Muninn still has a pulse. And I think that's probably what wakes Muninn up, the absurd amount of chest pain and the feeling that maybe ribs are being cracked.
Oh god.
Like
Poor
Muninn
Muninn.
Muninn would like, get off me, and like they would try and like wrestle away from like the CPR, and then they would like bolt up and be like, what the hell happened? Did someone throw something at me?
You're covered in, I guess, caviar.
Yeah. Oh god, what is this stuff? What happened?
Which Anghel said to him.
You're just out cold. We don't know what happened. She fainted.
Are you well? Says Ophelia. And she turns once again to the Gregory and says, "Cousin, this was one of your practical jokes, right?" And Gregory just shakes his head no. Again.
Muninn would sign to Anghel. They know which. No, as in like knowledge, not negative.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, above board, Ribob was there.
Yeah, they probably.
Yeah, but Munin's asking, do they know it was the witch that threw the plate, basically?
No. I think Anghel like kind of, just was like obviously. Can you tell? Okay.
So Muninn would like play along, and they would say like, whoever threw that is. I mean, that wasn't funny. That I got a massive headache again.
Yes, it really wasn't funny, cousin. And Gregory says, I keep telling you that it wasn't me. And Ophelia has this expression like she's half forced laughter, half horrified, and she sort of she like mouths the words that you can't hear, but you can sort of imply that she's saying, "Please say it was you," like out of fear that it may be something else. If that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, by the way, is she talking to Rima?
At this point, yes, because her cousin insisted. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, says Ophelia, that was very not nice of you, cousin. And he says, I keep telling you. And she says, so Ribob, was it? Would you care to help our friend have a wash, perhaps? Ribob looks at the boyar. The boyar just lets out a sigh of exasperation and waves his hand for Ribob to do what his cousin asks. Would Muninn agree to be washed, I guess?
I think so. Muninn would just say like, just give me a towel or give me a wet. Would they have the word for towel? Give me a wet cloth or something. Like I'll wash myself.
Not in his room, you're not, says the boyar.
Right. Well, just show me the washroom. I'll deal with it myself. And then Muninn would like stand. So like, Muninn would stand.
The boyar would point that you should go outside.
Okay.
And the servant would bring you like some wet washcloths. Yeah.
Okay. Muninn would
outside like the entire mansion, like.
Yeah, the boyar means outside the entire mansion.
Like in the courtyard. Okay.
Oh. Muninn would like mutter like in their own language, like I assume they have one above board.
Yeah. Taiski.
Yeah. Muninn would mutter in Taiski, like, which is not something that they do at all very often. Like they would say something like along the lines of, because obviously no one can understand them, I imagine. They would say something along the lines of like, there's nothing of anything in this stupid like town or village even. Like no washrooms, no nothing.
I think there's a chance that maybe Illona understands the language. I leave it up to you, Ashen. Basically, the royal family of Tivia is the same as the royal family of where Munin's from. So do you think, by extension, Ashen would understand what Munin's mumbling about, or?
Maybe. Get bits and pieces.
Sure. The choice is entirely yours.
Just a little bit.
Okay. While Muninn does that, Ophelia starts sitting down once again, and she like puts her hand on like her cousin's arm and says, "You really should stop with the jokes. You know, it's really, we're not 12 anymore." He just sighs and sits down defeated.
Poor dude.
I guess while Muninn is outside, it will only take like a couple minutes for Muninn, but Ophelia will ask, "So, Prince, or do you need your interpreter to speak? What's your story? What are you Prince of Charm of? Is Charm a country?"
I guess I get. Wow, how are we gonna do this though? Would Illona translate?
Sure.
I guess Anghel kind of turns to her kind of reluctantly, maybe. I'm sorry.
Like, if Anghel would ask Illona, she would, I think. Like, if you'd give her a look.
Okay. And then he basically says yes.
Okay, I relay the message.
The message, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, where is it then?
Oh, wait.
I say that.
Although it's stupid because he's local or whatever.
I think above board there's like a region in like not Indonesia, but like Southeast Asia called Cham, but whatever. Or like Tibet, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there. Exactly.
Sure. Either way, she says, "Oh, well, tell me more about your homeland. And why is this your native language?" And
Oh, God.
I think the boyar would say, "Cousin, I think he's making a fool out of you." Oh, I'm sure you're mistaken, cousin. He wouldn't try to make a fool out of someone they need a favor of, would they?
Oh, shit. Right. Anghel blinks innocently, like, not at all.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself? Come on.
This was stupid. Okay, what do we have to say for ourselves? What are we even trying to do? Okay. Maybe you should just cut to the chase.
Above board, would Muninn like to return to the scene at this point?
Yes.
Sure.
Muninn would, yeah. Muninn would walk in as long as they were allowed, and they would plop themselves back down in the chair. And
let's say that while Muninn was away, a servant was like cleaning that up of like the caviar and all that.
That makes sense. And then Muninn would like be nursing their like head basically, or their forehead, or wherever they were hit, and they would say like, "Oh, so I mean, what have I missed?"
Well, your master's not being particularly forthcoming. I asked him where this country of charm is and why do they speak this language there.
Muninn would like be feigning to like remember, like be struggling to remember because of the headache, but obviously they're just making up on the spot. So Muninn would say like, as long, yeah, Muninn would say like, oh, so the reason they this country speaks. Muninn would say Rima isn't Rima isn't his native language, but instead his people speak like this, and then Muninn would like sign.
I understand. My apologies then.
However, Rima is.
I apologize, and she like makes a random series of hand gestures that mean nothing.
Muninn would sign, just go along with it.
The boy, Gregory face palms but says nothing.
Rima, Muninn would continue to bullshit and say, Rima is possibly the closest language to the prince's. At least phonetically, like it's the closest phonetic equivalent, is what Muninn would say.
Oh, truly?
Nice bullshitting.
Oh, truly? I think this language sounds like a bunch of savages banging pots together. Being honest.
Well, you see,
Diplomatic
Well-
as ever, cousin.
yeah. Well, you see, from where this prince is from, Muninn would also almost say boy, like in character too. From where this prince is from, they are warriors born and bred. I mean, look at him, like he's a mountain of a man.
Anghel flexes.
Can I get a flashy from Anghel?
Oh god. 4.
Okay, with a 4, I think she says, yes, I can see that. You get the impression that she's staring a bit too long.
Oh god.
Well, regardless, do we have a deal? Have we discussed terms?
Oh, no, we haven't. We were just this was just the introduction, dear.
My apologies. That plate did really hit me in the head quite hard.
Shall we get started then? And above board, shall this be the cliffhanger for next time?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, thoughts on today's episode?
Damn, it's official. He's
Yeah.
charming.
Oh my god. I think we all knew it for a while, right? But it's cool that it's actually official.
Yeah, you like wasn't we didn't make it. Yeah, we didn't make it clear exactly. We didn't make it official. So
You aced the competition with ease.
Yeah. How do you feel being Prince Charming?
honestly, are you asking me or Anghel?
I guess both.
I mean, Anghel, he's still coming to terms with it. I don't know. He's like, because he's always had a problem with people kind of dictating what he's gonna do. So yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So he's kind of like, not to put words in your mouth, it's kind of like being forced into fate, like yet again, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. On the other hand, he like has this inclination, like, he's been fighting for I don't know. Like, we've been doing a lot of bad things, but originally, he was really a hero. Anyway, so now it feels like it's not exactly him that's doing it. Anyway, he starts like, yeah, I guess he just like starts doubting himself, I guess, which is not great.
What about Show&Tell's thoughts, I suppose?
I mean, overall, I'm glad, I guess, that it's out in the open. Because I didn't know how to go about it, and then it just kind of happened. It was like inevitable, so good for us. I mean, obviously, not obviously, but I really like it that he's Prince Charming. I think it's funny.
I did love the like interactions with Always Thirsty, in the sense that if this were like, I don't know, a certain type of TV show or whatever, it would mean something else.
Oh, again, the way you put it, I couldn't. It was just too funny. I like.
But no, it's the most platonic thing ever. It's just that the description of it sounds like something else entirely.
Yeah. I was kind of dying of secondhand embarrassment. Or maybe firsthand. I don't know.
Understandable. I guess thoughts on the long-awaited cousin, I guess.
She seems. Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say that she seems very tactless.
Very what?
Tactless.
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 What
I don't know what that is.
What does that mean?
Tactless?
Disrespectful, basically.
Oh, okay. I've never
Without
heard.
tact? Is that a word?
Show and tell you said the right word. I knew what you meant.
Okay.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
She
That's
shows
my bad. I've
she
never heard
shows
of that.
a lack of tact, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Really? That's
yeah.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think I agree though. I think I agree. She is very tactless. She seems a bit gullible too. The fact that she kind of believes, or is feigning at least to believe.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's something about her that's very fake. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like she's more conniving than she lets on, or something.
Yeah.
She seems nice.
It would be a bit of a breath of fresh air to just meet like a completely straightforward character, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. But the way she said, "Oh, he wouldn't fool someone who, he wouldn't be fooling someone he wants the favor of," or something, seemed to imply that she knew very well that she was in a position where she could, like she's in a position of power, basically.
I guess any thoughts on her last name?
Yeah, recognize that name.
That name keeps popping up.
The drama continues.
It's a very popular name. It's like the John Smith of this universe. Like, but yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, I wouldn't say so. It's just that, like, of the local nobility, they hold like an important position, so that's why you keep like meeting them.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's cool that it's like it does kind of feel like a how you just said it. It does kind of feel like we're meeting like an important family, like yet another member of an important family, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like an example, but like I guess it's like the Starks in like Game of Thrones. This is a bit of a weird example, but like imagine meeting one of those like one at a time. I don't know.
I guess, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You don't know like her exact familial relationship with the old guy you guys have been unfortunately hanging with. So there's that. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how the discussion goes. Above board, it's probably going to be quote unquote combat. Like, if you guys remember when you met Miron and like the two Tivians, something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was long ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Sweet memories.
Hopefully we can negotiate stronger than last time. Not that we didn't do a good job last time.
Of course not.
Yeah. Now you've also acquired Always Thirsty for whatever he's worth.
Yay! I mean, he's part of the plan. Hopefully that's a good plan. I don't know about that, but it's what we have right now.
He is part of the plan. Multiple plans at that. You just don't know most of them. But yeah. He's around. Anghel's the prince. Congratulations, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yay!
I also like... It's not funny, but like interesting that Anghel became prince because you guys decided to revive Always Thirsty instead of Prince Charming. Like, we could have had like a whole thing of Illona being the new Always Thirsty instead of Anghel being Prince Charming.
Definitely, but I don't think we were really like... I think we were like focusing on Illona to begin with because that was like kind of the threat at first, and then suddenly Prince Charming was dead, and I don't think it really registered. I think from what I remember, I was mostly dealing with the like thinking about that and realizing that when we were reviving them, I was like thinking about, oh, maybe I should try more, like try for another person or something. I don't know, whatever. It just seemed like a hopeless case anyway.
I mean, as sort of an outside observer looking in, I think you guys made the right choice just because being Prince Charming is more or less a good thing, while being always thirsty is more or less a bad thing.
Yeah, it sucks, definitely. I mean, I understand why Illona didn't want to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Drunk and all the time.
Also would have been like difficult from like a DMing perspective to like constantly like poke Illona, hey, you kind of feel compelled to like follow that stranger to like kill a dragon or whatever. It would have been a challenge to be sure, but who knows, maybe
That would
always
be funny.
maybe always thirsty will die and maybe Illona or Muninn.
Yeah,
will
we still have
become the
time.
one. Yeah. Yeah. He's not
All the options are open.
yeah. He's not immortal.
Muninn, you feeling hungry?
Yeah, always.
I mean, one of the companions is good eye, and one of Munin's aspects is that they have keen eyesight.
I see.
Right, yeah, we talked about this, didn't we? I think so.
A little bit here and there.
I have goldfish memory. I don't remember.
I vaguely remember.
We'll get there when we get there, though. Either way, progress was made today. I was not expecting you guys to recruit always thirsty like right away. I was kind of expecting you guys to do boy are first, always thirsty second, but either works.
Oh, really?
Well, specifically because the last scene of last episode was you guys leaving always thirsty, so
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
We just couldn't stay away from them. It was cool that
I mean, he was still right there, so
yeah, it was cool that like Anghel. On a similar note, it's really cool to see how like efficient Anghel was at like beating.
yeah.
Always thirsty.
yeah. I don't know how it was that all the rolls were super good, but just how it happened.
Yeah.
I love this like unintentional coincidence. I have no control over the dice. Full transparency, I have no control over the dice, but I love how they unwittingly reflect that Anghel is special in a way.
Yeah, it totally worked. Like, it totally, made everything happen. But I was like, I was actually like wondering if maybe somehow because he's supposed to be Prince Charming, then it affects maybe always thirsty in a bad way or something. I don't know.
No, I was rolling for always thirsty, like struggling my hardest, so to say.
Interesting. So I guess the dice were also all for, Anghel being Prince Charming.
There was also Illona's assist and the ladle, but
That's right.
I think Anghel would have won regardless, honestly.
Yeah, it was a pretty smashing win.
Definitely at that, definitely. Congrats on that, I suppose.
Yeah, congrats.
Any other thoughts, I suppose, for our viewers before we go into our usual shoutouts?
No.
Don't eat your vegetables.
Yes. That.
Sure. Well then, dear viewers, thank you as usual for watching, listening to us. Let's see what these lovely people are up to. Starting with, I was trying to think of something funny for like getting smashed with a plate of caviar, but I couldn't think of anything. So either way, Deli, can you please talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Deli. I'm not always getting smacked in the face with caviar. Sometimes it's a plate of sausage rolls. I don't know. Anyway, I'm a Goblin VTuber on Twitch.tv. I am still on a little bit of a small hiatus. However, actually, of the time that this episode will be airing, I think will be my first, like, I hesitate to say proper week back into streaming, but we'll see what happens. Like, I'm gonna be testing the waters next week, which is today, if from the viewer's perspective. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll be posting updates on Twitter.
Neat. Follow Dely there. I was kind of thinking you were gonna make like a reference to the fact that you can hit your avatar with like arrows when you.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can fling all sorts of shit at me like on Twitch. So yeah, that's actually really appropriate.
Or you can fart real loud. That's also a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very, very much, Dely. Do check them out. Next, according to the dice, we would have Ashen. Ashen, could you please talk about yourself and what you...
Yes. I'm Ash, and I'm very tired, but I have an Instagram where I do some like art stuff. So if you like art stuff, go there.
Definitely, go there. Check Ashen out. She's very, very talented and very, very skilled.
Help!
Thank you very, very much, Ashen.
Thank you.
Next, we would have Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, so I'm Show&Tell, and I have a Patreon for reactions, and that's about it for now. Bye.
Do check back. Apparently, this is the most common place for Show&Tell to give out news, I guess, regarding what's going on.
I guess.
Unintentionally so. But do check Show&Tell's Patreon out. She puts a lot of work into it. Thank you very, very much. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master, Teeironor. I do this series. It's a lot of fun, as you can see. I also do another series that's been going on for quite a long while. Set in the Warcraft universe. It airs on Saturdays. We would have just missed an episode, but we should be back this week that you're seeing this video. But anyway, check that out. Other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We should be back next week, but I'll let you all know on Twitter if we have to skip a week for whatever reason. And we will see you then. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.